The hardest walk leads to the greatest destination. And what's our destination, brothers? The kingdom, man. The arms of Yahushua, man. The scriptures tell us in the Apocrypha, there's a day coming where Yahushua will place crowns upon the heads of the brothers that maintain their faith in him, that believed in him. He shall place crowns upon their heads. Ezra saw that, man. Our great forefather Ezra saw that in the vision. We want to be part of that group, man. We want to be one of those individuals receiving that crown from Yahushua. You know how great that is? I couldn't begin to possibly explain that in words. Words can't even explain the joy of that. Okay?
And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
And what is our destiny? To be in this truth. To be in this truth and to make it to the end. As it is written, to finish the work. Like Yahushua said, have finished the work. You know? The Apostle Paul said the same thing. Henceforth I know there's a crown of righteousness that is laid up for me. Okay, that is our destiny.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with God, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and this lesson I want to get into, entitled, "This is not, for weak Westernized men." All right, and this is a lesson inspired by the beloved elder brother Renata Zagba out of GMS, South Carolina. Okay, and he did a video responding to, Jake on the comment board. Okay, because as of late, all right, what we see is a lot of men, have all these opinions about, what's going on. Okay, as if everything that's happening is not scriptural. Okay, and what you have, within this truth, all right, because a lot of people know that they're Israelites, but everybody's not serious minded. Okay, Jake hasn't become, a new creature in Yahushua. Okay, there's still these same effeminate, weak, westernized, emotional based niggas that know they're Israelites. Okay, when certain things come out, okay, they're offended. All right, they're emotional. And see, in Western culture, emotions override logic. Okay, emotions override what's right. Okay, it's all about how something made you feel, not if it's logical, not if it's right or wrong, but how something made you feel. Okay, and Western culture mixed with the matriarch did a number on Jake, man. To the point that these men are not built for the kingdom that Yahweh Shai is getting ready to bring in, you know. And I speak humbly, praying that we, endure with the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, for allowing us to become new creatures to where we have a whole new perspective and outlook on everything because of the scriptures. Okay, but that westernized, effeminate, emotional base, okay, weak slave mentality, slave mind, okay, auntie ass niggas, them niggas, they not built for nothing, man. And their responses they have, it be like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, nigga, do you know what we doing? Do you know what's going on? Okay, these niggas come to the basketball court with ice skates, man. They don't have a clue of what's going on. Okay, by their responses. So let's get this. I'm gonna play a snippet from the elder brother, video, and address some things. And Lord will you brothers, all right, and you sisters are edified. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 8. It said, "Remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors." Okay, so the scriptures, command us to remember ourselves men, to show ourselves men. Okay. And what we thought a man was, because what they push is alpha, or what a man is in this society, okay, is based on superfluity. Okay. It's not what this society thinks, that just having a bunch of women and just being this violent bully, and that's alpha. That's flip side, with some passive, romantic, just risk his life, for random women, or some BS, some novel. Okay, it has nothing to do with being a man, because the manliest people on earth are the prophets, for standing for righteousness. Okay, no matter what people think, no matter how dangerous it is. Okay, no matter what we lose on this side. Okay, and we get there from our forefathers, beginning with Yahweh Shai. All right, the rest of our forefathers that we read about, they stood stiffly for righteousness, man, no matter what the consequences were. Okay, and that's the most manliest thing you can do, is to stand for righteousness in the midst of a wicked empire, man. And the Lord, He built the elect a particular way, like He said with His servant Caleb. Okay, the elect men are built different, man. They ain't no tough guy, just walking around, like we Jet Li. Okay, with the spirit to stand for righteousness. Okay, in the face of danger. Okay, regardless of being outcast for it. Okay, regardless of what we might lose, who we might lose. Okay, so let's go. I think that's let's see, let's get this servant. I think it might be number 16. I might can go straight to it. I think a little bit. Yep, number 14. Yep. So this is, all right, when Caleb and Caleb went to go spy out the land. Him and you had other Israelites. Okay, but Caleb, okay, I believe it was Joshua as well. You know, might be off. I know Caleb was one of the spies out of the 12 that went, and he came back with a report like, "Look, we got these niggas." You know, because when Caleb and Joshua went to go spy out the land, with Caleb and the spies, all right, went to go spy out the land, you had 10 of them came back with a faithless report. Okay, they came back with a report of, these niggas is too big. The Lord done set us up for failure, man. These niggas big. You see, they have no faith. Here it is, all the miracles that the Lord just did, but when they see people in the land that the Lord promised them, all right, they curled up. Okay, they didn't have faith because that's another thing. Our boldness doesn't come from within us; it comes from within our power. Understanding who our power is, the power that's behind us. That's where our faith comes from. Okay, it's not based on something of ourselves. No, it's based on we understand the power that's bagging what we're doing. We understand some power behind what we're doing. Okay, you see, we have Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Okay, long as we stand for righteousness, we got a power that's gonna fight for us, man. Okay, so the way that the elect see the world, especially the elect men, is completely different than the rest of the nation, man. Okay, to Jake, everything is an obstacle to these niggas, and everything is something to cry and whine about, you know. And that's what you had. You had Jake come back crying and whining because it was he had Canaanites in the land. Okay, you had them Hamites there, you know. But the Lord had already promised us the land, and the Lord already been showing out. He just took down Egypt for our behalf. He took down the superpower of the world at the time for our behalf. Okay, but niggas was still doubting, showing you that niggas are just not in tune with the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. They're not in tune in with that power. They're not in tune into the Lord's will. Okay, Jake not in tune. Jake just here on the comment board, and it's just another platform for him to express how he feels. So let's go here. Um, Matter of fact, I'll start here. This is Numbers 14 and 21. It said, but as truly as I live, and this is all right, Most High talking to Moses. But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me these 10 times, because you had 10 Jakes with them faithless reports, man, whining and crying. We like grasshoppers to them. You see, low self-esteem. That's another thing. Western culture has given the Israelite man the lowest self-esteem on the earth, man. And then being raised by all these goddamn women. Okay. Jake just ain't got no self-esteem, man. And see now, because our self-esteem, like I say, it doesn't come from within us. Because even as men, we all, especially in this society, we all had low self-esteem issues, but as we grow and become more competent as men, you get your confidence and, you know, but then it just amplifies on another level. Okay. When you come into the truth, understanding the power that's behind us now, man. Okay. It says, and have not hearkened to my voice. Surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoke me see it. And see, these niggas they're not going to get on no chairs with Yahweh Shai and the spirit that niggas are in, man. Whining and crying and complaining about every goddamn thing. Critiquing, just sitting there critiquing every goddamn thing like the nigga wanted, man. You know, they not gonna get on them chairs with Yahweh Shai. They not built to be joint heirs, man, and rule with their rod of iron and get the earth back in righteousness, man. Jake mind don't even go that far, man. Jake still can't get over that there's disagreements within the camps, man. Okay. Verse 24, this is the point. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him and had followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Okay. So Caleb, all right, he said, my servant Caleb. And that's another thing. You men just on the sideline. Okay. You're not even serving, but you're critiquing the Lord's servants. These are men that are serving. Okay? And you can even have more respect for even someone that's in another camp that's serving, and they say something on the comment board. Okay? Well, these are men that don't do nothing. Okay? With these weird ass names, you see? With these long ass comments critiquing the servants or Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? But now the scriptures say, but my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit within him and had followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it, man. So we want to be in the spirit of Caleb, man. First, the spirit of being a servant, and then following the Lord fully. See, when you follow Yahweh Shema Shah fully, the more this thing makes sense. Okay? You jakes with all these opinions and you still in your emotion because you're not following the Lord. This is nothing makes sense to you because you're not in the loop. Okay, you're on the outside looking in. You just happen to come across the information on the internet that you know you're an Israelite. And that's as far as it goes. It stopped right there. Okay, and you brought that nigga woman critiquing spirit to the comment board. So where you just always looking for some type of mess and some back and forth, and you think that you this nigga that just supposed to referee what's going on between the camps, man. You don't know what's going on. Okay? So let's go to the video, man. Listen to these niggas, man. Okay. So let's go. And the video is entitled When Your Favorite Israelite Gets Rebuked. Okay, reprobate 2/3. Okay. Like I said, this is the brother. All right, beloved Elder Manata Zagba. All right, GMS South Carolina 08 Salakia. Subscribe and be edified. So let's play this, man. And then we'll get some more precepts.
So he completely misunderstands Matthew 18. He completely misunderstands. And a lot of you out there do too. Now this one, Jonathan Wardlaw. Bro, y'all bogus AF. We are on the same team. If you are I guess he mean the rest of our brothers want to debate about something, get the elders together and do it in privacy. Another one. This is why no one will take us serious about what we believe. Is that an issue? Do we care if the nations take us seriously about what we believe? Should we worry about it? I don't think so.
So he's saying, all right. And then what I want to address, he said the nation's not going to take us serious, or these people are not going to take us serious. We don't need them to take us serious. Okay? Understanding we have a power behind us. We finna take a kingdom. Okay? Whether they take us serious or not, that's not even a thought. Okay? And we know that the elites are taking us very seriously, man. Okay? That's why they're fast tracking this new world order. Okay? But when you go, that's why I said, Jake, do you know what's going on? That's why I said Jake is coming to the basketball court with ice skates. Do you understand what's happening? Okay. Let's come on, man. Let's go. Let's get some precepts, man. Let's get Daniel. You see, like we're not here for the nations. We're not here for no goddamn approval rating of the nations. Okay, they're finna go into captivity. Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Man, the saints, the Israelites. Okay, the elect, beginning with the elect of Israel. All right, the Lord is finna send back his son. He's finna give, all right, his men power, finna send his son back with all power and take the kingdom, man. You think we give a damn about the approval rating of nations or just random people in the world? No, man. That's not even a thought. Okay, we don't need them. If they don't take us serious now, cool. But it's gonna come a time they finna have to deal with this power. You see, they finna have to deal with this power, man. Okay, do you, Jake? Is it, Are you there? You see, Jake missed the whole point of why we're here and what's going on. Okay, let's go from there. Oh boy, you see, let's go here. Let's get Revelation 2. Okay, Revelation 2 and 25, and it says, "But that which you have already, hold fast till I come." Okay, which we have this faith, we have this understanding. We have this faith in the victory that's promised. Okay, so we have the truth, we have the understanding, we know what it is. We just gotta hold fast in the midst of the tribulation, because it's finna get bumpy, it's finna get uncomfortable. Okay, but we gotta be faithful to what we believe, faithful to our power. Okay, in the worst circumstance. All right, it says that he that overcometh and keeping my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. All right, so we don't give a damn about somebody not taking us seriously, man. We're not trying to, what I'm saying? Nick Drake got this NCAAP mindset, like we need some grants. Like we finna go to these nations and get grants, and like we finna have a sit down with the nations, and like they opinion matter. But see, Jake still got that low self-esteem, low image about themselves, man, that they just got to have the approval of the heathen. Okay? Don't give a damn about, all right, how these people think. They don't say that shouldn't even be a thought. Yahweh Shai coming back, he finna give us power over the nations. You see? Jake still got that slave, you know. You see? That beat down, okay, mindset, man. All right, Yahweh Shai said he that overcoming. So the thing now is focus on overcoming. See, if you was occupied in trying to and overcoming, because see, you got to overcome this flesh, we got to overcome ourselves in the truth, man. Overcoming this world, lust, and we got to overcome that old man. You see, if you're focused on overcoming, which that's a full-time occupation, man. Constantly self-examining and making adjustments and practicing restraint and discipline. You see, if you're actively trying to overcome, you don't have time, all right, to type these dumbass comments, okay, or care about nobody taking us serious, man. Okay, they're not supposed to take us serious, man. You see, they're gonna be forced to. You see, they're gonna be forced to take it serious, man. This gonna be forever. So you get this word power. You see, let's get the word power in the Greek.
Strong's G 1849, exousia. Exousia.
All right. It says exousia. It says the ability or strength which one is endued, which he either possesses or exercises, the power of authority, influence, and of right and privilege. Man, we as Israelite men, we're finna influence the earth in righteousness. Okay? We're gonna be endued with power to enforce righteousness in the earth forever. Okay, he said the power of rule or government, the power of him whose wills and command must be submitted to by authority by others and obeyed. Okay, and if we overcome, we're going to get this with Yahweh Shai. This is what Yahweh Shai, he's coming back to put us on. He's coming back to put, okay, his brethren in power, man, in righteousness. Okay, and we're gonna possess the power. We're gonna be gods in the earth, man. We finna be gods, man. You think we care about how we look to this stupid ass society? The heathen ain't got it. We're not here to impress the heathen. Okay, to impress the people of this world. We that's you. God damn, Jake. You see, we not here to impress no goddamn heathen. We don't care about how they feel, what they think. We know what's finna happen. Okay, it says authority, okay, over mankind. All right, the power of judicial decisions, okay, authority to manage domestic affairs. So just power, man. We're gonna run the earth, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai is coming back, and we're getting ready to run the earth, man. Okay, let's go here to Jeremiah, then we'll play some more. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16. It said, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay, so all these nations finna go into captivity. All they just spoiled us finna be spoiled. All right, they're gonna be a prey to us. Okay, because they're gonna be submissive to that power we finna get, man. Okay, the saints shall take the kingdom. You see, of course, this ain't. I wouldn't expect them to take us serious or to like what we're saying. Okay, of course they're not gonna like what we're saying. We're telling them they're going into captivity. It will be in their best interest for us. All right, for them. Okay, if this is not serious, you see, they will stand to benefit. All right, if this is not serious, man. But see, the least no, and the least is scrambling. Okay, nah, man, Jake don't. Yeah, Jake just emotional. Okay, simple. All right, and this ain't for Jake, man. So let's go here. Let's go back. Jake talking about.
We give a shit if they look at it in world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. The world can't even receive the spirit of the truth. What do we give a shit if they look at it and take us seriously? What do we care? Another guy worried about reputation. You reputation Israelites. This is why no one will take us serious about what we believe. Then go get vocab. He wants division amongst us. The Heavenly Father wants division amongst us. You didn't know that? Go back and get your brother Gorilla and get back to business. You
Go back and get Gorilla. You see how emotional that is? What sense does that make? Have you seen, first of all, before the whole scandal came out with Gorilla? Okay, all the madness he was causing. And then this man had the worst scandal in Israel. Okay. He just came back to life, but before then, he was on the slippery slope, back to being a full-blown gang banger, whatever, he was on. He talking about shooting up projects. Okay. But see how emotional Jake, cause they like the character that Gorilla used to play. Okay. So the fact that they like showing you how it's like an emotional nigga woman that's the spirit that's on Jake, like an emotional nigga woman. No rationale, no logic. Righteousness don't matter. It's all about how you feel in that moment. Okay. Go get Gorilla Bag. When I heard this, I said, go get Gorilla Bag. What? But then again, Jake Jake never ceased to surprise me, man. Okay? Go get Gorilla back and do what, man? Okay, to be popular again. So you can have a feel good moment. So you can see, Gorilla and the Deacon and Hassad back together and taking pictures so you can feel good. Okay, Jake is moving with no purpose, don't know what they part of, and it's all emotional based. Okay, let's play some more.
You don't see Naquan doing these types of debates. Shut your weak ass up. Naquan is a false prophet. Okay, and he just
and go follow Naquan. Just follow Naquan. Okay, and here it is. The MOTB is being rolled out, and Naquan is not telling you about the MOTB. Okay, because you like Naquan. Okay, because Naquan he scratches your carnal itch in the truth. Okay, because he's about the unity camps and coming together and all. So just follow Naquan and let that be. You ain't got to come over here and like we don't know about Naquan. Like you telling us something, all right, spectacular and and life changing. Okay? You see, go follow Naquan and let that be your guy. Ride it out with Naquan. Okay?
to stay in your lane Israelite. Now, at the end of the day, I'll say that them guys at Watchmen for Israel, occasionally they will rebuke somebody. They will get on other Israelite groups, but not all the time. They're too busy reading their own press clippings to really be of really much use. And they false prophets who also will not correct their false doctrine on the mark of the beast. So until they do that, they're not to be accounted worthy of. It's still false prophets. Now, in my zeal, I neglected to take a picture of this individual's avatar, so I don't know the name, but he really just wanted to talk shit. He says, offended by everything, ashamed of nothing, too proud to take counsel from your brethren as if you have the whole truth. Hello? The reason why everybody watch GMS and want to know what we got to say and always want to know what our take is because we do have the whole truth. We got the 100% truth, nigga. Where you been? He says, like, GMS isn't the laughing stock within and without the community. Well, if that's the case, why you worrying about what we think? We don't give a shit that we're the laughing stock of the whole community in and out. Okay, great. Like GMS isn't the laughing stock within and without the community. This is exactly why the sheep you reprove are scattered and falling away from camp. Again.
So what? You think we here to impress niggas or people that's Israelites on social media? Okay, you think we here to impress them niggas or we care about what them people saying on the internet about some goddamn community? Okay, the Lord is finna destroy the community, finna be nuked. Okay, we don't care about being liked, man. Okay, we spoken of being going back to Jake is not into the Bible. Okay, Jake just got that gossiping, and see that because this sound like somebody who just sit up and gossip about the camps all day. This is exactly why the sheep you reprove are scattered and falling away from the camps. All y'all sitting around with hurt story because you done heard something you didn't like. Heard something about the woman that got you offended. Okay, you know heard something that hurt your feelings. Okay, and you just this hurt club of niggas and the nigga women that's hurt. Okay, and they're getting together. See, that's why everybody falling away from the camps. Okay, then what? If everybody fall away from the camps, then what's next? Okay, then what? You see, you Israelites, you're just here and have no clue what's happening. All right, you're not a part of anything. You're not in the loop. All right, you're not serious minded. This is why you're here. Okay, to get the latest gospel. This is just something else for you niggas to gospel about, man. Okay, so let's get some precepts, man. Uh, let's go here, man. Niggas is crazy. Goddamn community, man. We put curses on community every goddamn day. You know. Let's go here. This is Luke 6. You know, this is Luke 6 and 22. It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company." Wait a minute, the scriptures say, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you." Okay, being a prophet ain't about being liked. You look at our forefathers; they didn't like none of the prophets. Okay, you seen what they did to Jeremiah. Okay, you see you Jakes are not in tune with what's, you're not serious minded, man. Okay, you're just an extension of your auntie with testosterone, man. Okay, he says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company." Okay, and you Jakes act like that. It gotta take all Israelites in the world to come together and take one big picture and say Shalom at the same time, and we out of here. Nah, man, it don't work like that. Okay, the Lord's finna. It got a time of Jacob's trouble. That means there's a lot of Israelites that the Lord finna judge, man. Okay, and the elect gonna hear His word and be edified. You see, but you think because we not popular, okay? Because a lot of people that talk down, okay, and you think you telling us that gonna make us reconsider everything, you know, for you niggas approval, man. Man, that's one of the biggest burdens, okay, that you can get off you as an Israelite man, to stop trying to live for the approval of niggas and the nigga woman. That's one of the biggest burdens you can throw off yourself, man. You know? It said, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake." Okay, because you Israelites, you hate Yahweh Shai. All right, all this the camps, you act like the camps just made your life harder. Okay, your life is harder now because of the camps, not because Esau the way that he runs this system, but because of the camps. Your life is hard because you Israelites, you hate Yahweh Shai. Okay, so as men that come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, you hate those men, but it's geared towards a hatred towards Yahweh Shai. Okay, Jake hate, rebuke, and see that's that matriarch, that matriarch, at the atmosphere of the matriarch is there's no real correction and go out. It's just gossip and opinions. Everybody just gossiping about everybody. Okay, and it's all about these little cliques and being popular, and you know, it's all about image, you know, making some type of image, and you see, nothing to do with progress, nothing to do with rulership, nothing to do with power. Okay, all just this goddamn this never ending soap opera. Okay, and reality TV, you know, type atmosphere, man. Okay, nobody is studying, nobody being scholarly with nothing, just a bunch of niggas gossiping, man. All right, and you weak westernized men, this ain't for you. Okay, you might as well just tap all the way back in with auntie them, just pick up and start gossiping and keeping up what's going on in the neighborhood and on social media. All right, with the nigga news. Okay, because this ain't for you, man. You see? So let's go from there. What's it, St. John 7? We'll make this super long. Get a couple more. Okay. St. John 7:7, it said, the world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it that the works thereof are evil. All right. And you Jakes hate correction, you hate accountability. And that's why you want to just get together with all these random camps, because you Jakes love gray areas, because you want to make up your own righteousness as you go. Okay. And you Jakes, and a lot of you weak, effeminate, westernized Jakes that knows you Israelites, you offended at masculinity. You see, you offended, okay, at masculinity, man. Okay, so when you hear correction, you hear rebuke, you hear how Jake talk, you hear certain talking points that, all right, you're just at Paul, okay? That's because you offended at masculinity, okay? You've been raised by all the estrogen, okay, to where your balance ain't right. So when you hear certain talking point, when you hear men talk, okay, you hear correction, you hear authority, all right, you're offended. You see? But that just shows that, look, this ain't for you. All right. And this is why. Let's go here, matter of fact. Let's go here to second Esdras. Oh, yeah, I had this pulled up too. Okay, a couple. Let's get this in Sirach first. Sirach 21 and 15. I started at 14. It said the inner parts, matter of fact, uh, let's go here. It says the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. Okay, because you Jake just been sitting around here listening this whole time, and that's the only conclusion that you come up with. Okay, is go get Gorilla back, and no one take us seriously, and y'all are, y'all a laughing stock of the community. Like, niggas, look at niggas, man. Niggas can't laugh at nobody. The nigga woman, the nigga community. Y'all nigga barely made it through November. Okay, y'all thought them stamps weren't coming, and y'all niggas barely made it through November. Okay, you think we care about the nigga community or the Israelite community on the internet? Okay, so here it is. You're around all this information, but you're not retaining anything, man. Okay, because this ain't for you. It said, if a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding hear it, it displeaseth him. You see, so those are the hopeful elect, they're going to hear, the wise teaching, the wise words that's coming out through the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, and they're going to build on it. They're going to begin to build on it. Okay? But when you simple, weak, westernized niggas come around, all right, you're offended at every goddamn thing. Okay? And all you want to talk about is how something made you feel all goddamn day. Okay? It says that he casts it behind his back. The talking of a fool is like a burden in a way, but grace shall be in the lips, okay, of the wise. All right? And I'm going to jump down verse 18. It says, as is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. Okay. And the knowledge of the unwise is talk without sense, man. Just talk without sense. Okay. But true wisdom is useless to a damn fool. Okay. You see, they're stuck on talk without sense. Okay. There's no way you can understand what the Bible is saying, and you come up with them talking points. That's your gripe. Okay, let's go. Let's go here. Now, because you read the Bible, because Ezra's, you read the Bible. You go to Second Ezra chapter 7, 8. You know, Ezra 7, 8, and 9. Really. Okay, Ezra is trying to plead for the whole nation, man. Okay, and then the angel had to rebuke him. And then this finally what the angel told him, the archangel Uriel told him this, man. It says, for many, Second Ezra 8 and 50, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Okay, so here it is. You have a people that's full of pride that don't know nothing. Okay, don't have a clue what's going on, more degenerate and dysfunctional than ever. Okay, when our people have this great pride about themselves, man, you think we care about, all right, the opinion of these proud, all right, empty-headed niggas, man. Okay, it says, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. So the like-minded believers are all around each other every day. Okay, well, the house of David is around each other every day. The true believers are around each other every day. Okay, not physically, but in the spirit and through the internet. Okay, we're around those that are like-minded every day. Okay, if it's meant for you to be around us, you'll be around us, man. Okay, we're not losing no sleep. Okay, based on what somebody said about us on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come. All right, the time to come is prepared. Plenty is made ready. A city is builded and rest allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. Okay, we finna come into an eternal rulership, man. Plenteous, man. Okay, you see, a nigga is one food stamp payment away from crisis, but you think you care about what a nigga think, man? Okay, well, we ready for the kingdom, man. We ready for niggas to be judged. Okay, we we worry about, we waiting on Jake to be judged, man, not to be liked by these niggas, man. You need them niggas to like you, man. Okay, we don't. It says the rule of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the mouth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Okay, Esau being removed from power. Then why is that not at the forefront? Okay, and then some more niggas made some more dumb. There's you low frequency Israelites, man. Okay, he said the root of evil is sealed up from you, weakness and mouth is hid from you, and corruption is fled in hell to forgotten. Sorrows are past, and in the end it showed the treasure of immortality, man. You see, we're becoming immortal. We have started a path to immortality, man. Okay? Then you worry about a simple nigga or a ratchet nigga woman, how they feel about us, man, or these goddamn heathens that's finna go into captivity. You see? And it says, and therefore ask no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, man. Okay, so you can keep on, all right, and living to get the approval, all right, of two-thirds simple, low frequency Israelites. Okay, and we'll see how that turn out. All right, and follow Naquan. Okay, you should be good. You should be tapped in. Okay, so that's the point. Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sister F5 once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessed salutations, hopefully, like Shalom.